At one point, you grabbed onto the top of the door, pulled yourself up, and tried to get on top of it.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever you call it. Hello and welcome to another podcast.
We are back with a regular podcast. Let's go! Yay!
It's a regular one. It's not.
It's not a top 10.
List.
It's not a top 10.
There's a list in it, but we'll get onto that later.
Spoiler alert! God.
So basically, we have a format. We're going to try and stick to this format when we do a regular podcast and just see how things go.
Yes.
It's going to be a bit of a trial and error.
Yeah.
And I think there's one or two bits that we said we might potentially change depending on how they work.
How well it goes today.
This is the trial run, basically.
So if it's rubbish, then
let us know in the
sorry, we're sorry. If it's rubbish, hit that dislike button because it doesn't matter.
It doesn't shit. Brilliant. Yes.
First of all, would you like to introduce yourself, Mr. Ditto?
Hello, I am Devious Ditto. I am the owner of this channel. I've been in every video. I have.
Yes, you have. Since what year?
About 2017, 18, something like that.
I thought it was 16.
I think it was 16. I think I made a channel at 16, but I didn't upload anything until 2017, 18.
Okay, that makes sense, yeah. Because I think on the channel it does say 16. I don't know.
I'm joined by my guest host, H, to my right.
Down to the top right-hand corner.
Yes, you're two. Yes, at my screen, I am top left, you are top right.
That's also the case for me.
Yes, and our guest for episode number 1 is of the Ditto podcast.
It's me.
It's me. It's Chuffed. It's Jack. It's one of the mods.
Because we couldn't get anybody else.
The legend. He's again for the third time running.
Third time in
a row that the audience have wanted him back.
Apparently.
3 in a row. He's got the 3P.
Our one viewer.
One viewer. Is this Stephen Mulhern all over again? With our one viewer watching this content?
Yeah,
this is like you two are like Ant and Dec, and I'm Stephen Mulhern, and I'm just sort of like tagging along.
Tagging along for the ride.
Exactly.
Because it will all go wrong at some point, because, it always does.
It always does.
Mm.
When does ever something that we do go well? Whether it be YouTube or Twitch?
Well, I don't know.
I'm sure there was at least one time.
There's one time.
Yeah. We're like the Top Gear of Twitch. We're very ambitious.
But rubbish.
What we do.
So which one of us is which then?
Yeah,
which is which
who?
then?
Who is who?
I feel like H. I feel like you're Rich Ham.
Yeah, definitely. The old little radio try-hard presenter.
So does that make me May or Clarkson?
Ooh,
I would
which
say...
personality are you closer to? I feel like you're more of a James May than a Jeremy Clarkson. That makes me...
I don't know. I think I might be more James May, though, because I can just babble on and be boring.
This is true.
Jake, you could be Hammond and I'll be Clarkson. And then Reese is the Stig. And I don't know what Foss can be. Foss can be Matt LeBlanc or something. I don't know.
He can be...
or Freddie Flintoff or... what's his face? Paddy McGuinness.
And then... Who can be the American?
The American.
Eric, clearly, the American.
Yeah.
It could be. I don't know.
I don't know.
I guess Eric. That works.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay. Well,
Anyway,
H, what is our first segment of our illustrious new podcast?
Oh, you're pushing it back onto me now. So, our first segment was the introduction.
Yes. Our second segment is...
It was. Well
It
done.
was. We did the intro. Congratulations.
So,
I think we were going to leave the intro to about midway through.
our second segment is a segment that is dedicated to our special guest, Jack.
Yay!
For the record, these two know what's coming. I don't know what's coming up, so I have no idea what.
So, I would have presumed that Ditto would have somewhat given you.
I gave him a vague
Something.
plot. I wanted to keep it. I don't know. Really. I just told
The
him the
only
bits.
thing that Ditto told me is to. Well, I won't spoil. I'll say that Ditto told me a kind of like something to talk about for 20 minutes, which I have, and something else which I don't want to spoil just yet. I don't know if that's what you're talking about now.
Yeah.
Yes. So, the first segment is called the guest segment, where you have 20 minutes to talk to us about anything that you like, and we will get deep into a conversation about
Let's see.
anything.
Yeah.
If it goes on and we continue rambling, then it's fine. I can either cut it out
Cut the waffle.
As soon as we hit 20 minutes, just like cut it mid-sentence.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's a really good. Oh, dear. Anyway, so the thing that I wanted to talk about, and it's something that we've sort of talked about a little bit in the past. I can't remember if it was on a stream or if it was on a podcast. I can't remember. But so I saw the other day that they've started, giving out details for when the Sonic 3 movie is coming out very recently.
Yeah.
And that kind of got me thinking more about like all of these like kind of movies again, like video game movies.
Mm.
So I started thinking back on what we talked about before about if they made a Smash Bros. Movie, and I think it would be fun for us to have a proper think through of the characters and think who we could cast them as.
Oh, definitely. That would be.
We briefly touched on this before, but I think we should go into detail with this.
I think we briefly talked about it in our Wii podcast, didn't we? When we talked about
we briefly
I
did,
think
but. We kind of were just like joking around, saying like, "Oh, I think I don't know, like, I think Mackie Smith should play Bayonetta or whatever the fuck."
Yeah.
But I think we should actually like properly go through this and like break this down. So I've got.
But it'll just be the characters from Brawl, wouldn't it? There won't be any of like the new boys.
Yeah, just the characters from Brawl. So I've got like a list of the characters. Like, so I think basically I feel like we could just go through it with the characters like as they're introduced and just say who can play who really.
Yeah.
So, so you start out the because we're assuming we're going by like the story mode in Smash Bros. Brawl. I don't know how if you know it, but
semi.
Okay, well we've got. So you start out with like Mario and Kirby basically. So I think the obvious thing is who's playing Mario in this because
I feel like it has to be Chris Pratt because if it's like Marvel, then all the Mario people have got to play the same.
I mean, yeah, this is the thing. Like, are we treating this as like a big thing? Like, because the way Marvel does it is they cast like big names for most of their big characters. So are we doing that here? Like, we're not. Yeah, like
I feel like I feel like we have to kind of.
No, I feel like that would be like. I think that works. Like for like a comparison, and just for the memes, I think Mario's Chris Pratt just works.
Yeah. Plus, we don't know what he's like because we've not seen a bloody trailer yet or anything. We just know it's Chris Pratt.
No.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I just like the idea of him wearing like the Mario outfit with like the mustache and everything.
I feel like when the press tour comes out, he's just going to be rocking the red overalls. So,
can you imagine if he had been put on a special diet and when the promo comes out, he's gained like 100 pounds. Match Mario's physique. Got Mario, and then
What about if it was the original Mario?
The guy from the old Mario movie.
Yeah.
How old is he at this point? We've already gone off on a tangent, but I want to see how old is he? So the guy who played Mario was Bob Hoskins. He died 8 years ago. So
you can get reincarnated as Mario.
I don't know how that works. Okay, right. We've got Chris Pratt.
We can get him. Also, he was born in Bury St Edmunds. That's interesting. Chris Pratt, the guy who played Mario in the original one. But anyway, I digress. So we've got Mario, but then we've got Kirby, which instantly I think we hit a roadblock here. Like, how do we get somebody to play Kirby? Because are we imagining that this is like a live action thing, or like? I really want to imagine this as live action.
I think it will be like Detective Pikachu, like Sonic, where there'll be like all the humans and like creatures.
All
the human characters, like Chris Pratt will be Chris Pratt. Kirby will be like in like a 3D anime, like Pikachu or Sonic in the films, and be just like pink.
As long as they don't make it like the first Sonic.
God, yeah. But I mean, so we've got Kirby. So in that case, who would play Kirby? Because I feel like Kirby, you need someone who's quite sort of like energetic and like peppy and stuff. Like, it's quite a difficult one because I feel like Kirby comes across quite, I don't know, like innocent in a way.
Yeah.
So maybe, I don't know, maybe you get somebody like, I don't know, maybe Kirby is also a boy as well, but he's got that very like high-pitched voice. So maybe we could get, I don't know, someone like
Joe Lycett. He's got quite a high-pitched voice.
Joe Lycett. Okay, yes, we're gonna go.
We're gonna go Joe Lycett. We're gonna go with Joe Lycett.
It's just Joe Lycett going like in that kind of voice.
Yeah, I think that works.
So you got Chris Pratt and Joe Lycett fighting in a stadium. Sounds like the start of a bad joke.
Yeah.
But also you've got like Princess Peach, who I mean,
who's
you could go with any like super attractive like female like actress for this. Like you could go someone like I don't know about Scarlett Johansson. Maybe you could go with someone like Blake Lively or something. Just anybody who's just kind of like attractive.
Who's playing her in the Mario movie? Anya, whatever her name. Anya, no, I can't remember now.
Anya Taylor-Joy.
Yeah, that's the one.
I mean, she's sort of like got the look for it.
She's got the look for Princess Peach, yeah, because she's
carry her over as well.
Yeah.
But then you've also got Zelda as well. Like Zelda's not really that kind of like blonde bombshell kind of thing. She's more like kind of regal and like kind of wise. But I feel like Zelda could maybe be like Anne Hathaway or somebody.
Yeah.
Anne Hathaway does have a bit of a like. She's kind of more of that. She's kind of that very like typical kind of like fairy tale princessy kind of thing, isn't she?
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of how you typecast her. But
it could. But you could give it to Emma Watson.
Emma Watson is a good shout.
She's smart. Obviously, she did Beauty and the Beast, so it's Zelda's kind of similar, but not really.
And also, you've got to remember as well that, like, there's not just Zelda, there's Sheik as well. Like, Zelda's obviously got this alter ego of Sheik, which is, like, more like a badass kind of ninja. Yeah. And I feel like, you've got to have somebody who can do both, really. Like,
Hermione was a badass at some points in Harry Potter.
Yeah, I feel like maybe Emma Watson could pull it off. I don't know about Anne Hathaway being like a ninja, but I mean...
Yeah.
No.
Emma Watson, I guess maybe I could see it. It's still kind of hard to imagine because I just think of Hermione.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine Hermione running around as a ninja. But Emma Watson, maybe.
Yeah.
But we've got them. You've also got who else? Who else is there? You've also got like I think Pitt shows up pretty early on. Pitt. So like who the hell would we get to play Pitt? Because he's like. Again, he's kind of like that youngish kind of thing. Like he's a bit of a like naive but plucky like adventurer kind of thing. But I don't know. I feel like he very much is like if you compare him to the MCU, like he kind of feels like the kind of Spider-Man type character. Like he's enthusiastic to be there kind of thing. But I don't know about Tom. I don't know about Tom Holland as Pitt though. That doesn't seem to work in my mind.
No. It's got to be like similar to Tom Holland, like that kind of.
Yeah,
persona.
Like that kind of like enthusiastic, that kind of like personality.
Yeah.
I feel like it's difficult. Like maybe you could get somebody like maybe I'm just thinking of all like kind of actors from like childhood shows and that. Like I don't know why Josh Peck entered my mind for a second. That is not right at all. Josh Peck is Pitt. But
you could what's his face from Wizards of Waverly Place? What's the
the older brother or the younger brother?
The younger brother.
I don't remember his name, but he played Max.
He played Max, yeah. Because I feel like I don't know.
Jake T. Austin.
Jake T. Austin.
What does he look like nowadays?
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, he pretty much looks how I expected. He looks like an older version of himself when he was younger. Yeah. I don't know what I expected. Jake T. Austin. It's always saying Jake T. Austin as Pitt.
As Pitt, I feel like he's energetic. He's got all the magic vibes from the past, you know. Yeah.
I would love to see somebody with like real like Photoshop skills, like Photoshop all of these onto their like characters.
Yeah,
that would be fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that is the cover art for the bloody
the thumbnail.
YouTube thumbnail.
Oh my god, that would be ridiculous. But then, okay, so you've got them. Who else do you have? I think Wario appears quite early on because he shows up and he shoots that like weird gun thing at like Peach, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So maybe who would you cast as Wario? That's a like tricky one. How do you cast Wario without offending anybody?
I feel like because in the Mario movie, I think it's the person who was married back in the old man is playing Wario.
Charles Martinet.
Yeah. I don't think that'll work. And then the other actors I can think
of. He's like an old.
He's
66 right now, so like. Also, I googled him, and the first picture that appeared of him, I thought he was like Boris Johnson for a second.
It's because the thing is Wario, the people I think of most are Seth Rogen and Jack Black, but they're already DK and Bowser. So
I feel like you need somebody who's again along those kind of lines.
Brian Blessed.
Yes.
Oh my god, Brian Blessed. I don't know. I feel like Brian Blessed is like a.
I think he's too old now.
I feel like he's a good casting that you want to save.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like it's got to be like.
I would replace Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong and put Brian Blessed as Donkey Kong.
How about James Corden as Wario?
Please no.
It can be Waluigi because
he can be Waluigi.
He's not in the film, so that'd be great.
Waluigi's not even there.
Oh, good. Yeah, of course he isn't.
No, that'd be stupid. I just had an idea and I just immediately backtracked on myself.
What? Come on, tell us.
I was gonna say. I can't remember his name, but he played Olaf in Frozen.
What, Josh Gad? Yes, Josh Gad would be perfect.
Yes.
I was thinking him or Jonah Hill, but Jonah Hill's like, I don't know.
Josh Gad. No, I think Josh Gad works perfectly for Wario.
Yeah.
So you got like Josh Gad shows up with this fucking like evil cannon thing and shoots it at fucking like Anya Taylor-Joy.
Yeah.
Okay. They're like so you've got like. You've got Chris Pratt and Jake T. Austin are like, kind of exploring. Then you've got Donkey Kong, who obviously I think can be Seth Rogen still.
Seth Rogen, yeah.
Because that's perfect. And then you've got your boy Diddy Kong. Like, how do you cast Diddy Kong?
The thing is, right, Diddy Kong and DK are a team most of the film, aren't they? In the game?
Right? No, so in the game, they get split up quite early, remember? Because like Donkey Kong gets like turned into like one of those statue things, doesn't he? And they don't meet till like over halfway through.
Who Diddy Kong plays? Who just hates his Fox, doesn't he? Is it Fox or is it Yosh? Is it Link? I can't remember.
Fox and Falco. Diddy Kong runs around with. So I feel like. I mean, Diddy Kong again. You want somebody who's a bit kind of like funny, but not like. I don't know, like not as much of a meme as like Seth Rogen as DK is.
Yeah.
I feel like you could get a comedian to play Diddy Kong.
Kevin Hart.
That could work.
I'm just thinking of like of people from like animated films, like
maybe you could get maybe I'm thinking of the cast of Madagascar. Maybe you could get like David Schwimmer or someone to play Diddy Kong.
I don't think. Who plays the monkeys in Madagascar?
Oh, I don't know. Madagascar.
I'm thinking Chris Rock might work as well.
Who plays them? Someone called Conrad Vernon. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But
would Chris Rock work? Because he plays Marty, obviously in Madagascar.
Chris Rock.
He obviously plays Marty in Madagascar. It's like
Chris Rock could work, I guess, like as Diddy Kong.
Yeah.
Oh god, this is then weirder so you got like Seth Rogen and Chris Rock.
Seth Rogen and Chris Rock, the power duo. I think The Rock's got to be in there at some point.
Oh yeah, definitely. Maybe for the memes you could have The Rock beat Donkey Kong, so you got The Rock and Chris Rock.
Yeah.
Oh god, no! I feel like we have to save The Rock. I feel like Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong works.
Donkey Kong, yeah.
But so they're like exploring, and then they get like split up because they have to fight Bowser. So I think Bowser is Jack Black.
Jack Black. I think
you have to keep that.
Yeah, you have to.
Perfect.
That's absolutely perfect. Jack Black is Bowser.
And then you've got Fox. Like Diddy Kong meets Fox when they have to fight Rayquaza. So like, who plays? I feel like Fox has to be someone who's kind of like. Quite a bit of an action hero kind of thing, right?
I don't think The Rock though, because I don't think The Rock.
The Rock is Fox. No.
Jackie Chan.
See Jackie Chan. Fox is like a sci-fi. Like he's got like a blaster. He's like from space. I feel like Fox would be somebody more like
from Star Wars.
I wanted to say Robert Downey Jr. just because of the Iron Man thing, but I don't know. Maybe Fox is more of a like.
Fox would be played, but would Fox be like a human, or would they be like animated?
I feel like they would have to be a like CG thing. Like you'd have like a human standing there playing them, but they have to be like CG'd over to look like a fox.
Yeah.
So I was thinking maybe you could do Finn from Star Wars.
John Boyega.
Yeah.
I mean, what was that? What was that like movie that came out recently? That like animated one where they're like a bunch of bad guys or something.
Oh.
And they're like trying to do like a heist.
Oh yeah.
Was it just called Bad Guy? Yeah, the Bad Guys. Did that come out recently?
Yeah, it came out early this year, I think.
Because who is it? Is there a fox in that, or is it like a wolf or something? The main guy is like a wolf in that, isn't he?
Mm.
Yeah, I mean that's quite similar.
Oh, Sam Rockwell. Who did he? Who else has he even played? Like, I know the name, but like,
I have no idea the name is.
I don't know. Okay, yeah, but he's played a few things, but nothing like I don't know. I think Fox needs to be. I think Fox needs to be an action hero kind of thing. A part of me really just wants to say Robert Downey Jr. Just have him CG'd over so he could be like Iron Man, but Fox instead.
Yeah,
that could work. And who would be his partner in crime, Falco, though?
Well, this is the thing. Like Falco's more of the kind of. I feel like Fox is the more gung ho one, and Falco's more like the oh god, here we go again kind of character.
Yeah.
So maybe Falco has to be more of a. This is really difficult, like...
Yeah.
Like, maybe...
I think it's got to be someone who plays off Robert Downey Jr. really well, because they're together a lot.
I mean, yeah, that is true. Like, yeah.
And then they have Chris Rock as their elaborate sidekick throughout the film.
Yeah, it's a weird... It's a weird combination of people, isn't it?
I don't know. I feel like
maybe for Falco. Oh, this is really difficult. Actually,
I feel like it's got who. It could be. Ooh. No, that wouldn't work. I was thinking of films that Robert Downey Jr. has done that aren't Marvel, and Sherlock Holmes just came to mind. I don't think Jude Law would work.
Jude Law is Falco. Oh God, that would be. No, I can't imagine Jude Law as Falco, funny enough.
It could be someone from Fast and Furious, I guess. Like that kind of...
Yeah.
Maybe Falco could be like Harrison Ford or someone.
I don't think Harrison Ford, no.
No.
Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf. Yeah, okay, so look at Shia LaBeouf as Falco. Is that really what we're going with?
No, we're really not.
No. How about maybe you need somebody like... Just someone like generic, like Tom Cruise or somebody. I feel like Tom Cruise as Falco is a bit of a waste, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Falco's quite in the film a lot, isn't he? Or the story, anyway.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he get captured till right to the end. I'm pretty sure from my memory anyway.
Yeah, true.
Screw it, let's go for Tom Cruise so we can get more names.
Tom Cruise so that we can, make the most of this segment.
Yeah.
So you've also got like Ness and Lucas, who obviously they're like kids. They're like literal children with psychic powers. I feel like you'd want like actors who still look quite young. I'm thinking maybe like some of the guys from like Stranger Things or something could play them.
Yeah.
Like you could get like I don't know, like Finn Wolfhard could be Ness or something, and like I don't know about Lucas. Maybe Lucas, because Lucas is more like the timid one, isn't he?
Yeah.
Like so maybe Lucas is. I mean, you could literally just nick the guys from Stranger Things because you've got. I can't remember his name for the life of me, but have you watched Stranger Things at all? You've got like.
I've not.
You've got like. But you got like Finn Wolfhard, and you got the guy Noah Schnapp who plays Will, because Will is a bit more of a kind of like timid type as well. So maybe you could just like
seal those,
throw them straight in as Lucas and Ness.
Yeah.
And then you've also got Pokemon Trainer, or I guess Red in it if you want to say.
Yeah.
But like, who would play them? Like
the guy from Detective Pikachu.
Ryan Reynolds.
No, that's Pikachu. The kid in the film.
He played opposite him. I don't even remember Detective Pikachu.
I can't remember his name though.
I literally don't even remember who it was. Justice Smith, apparently.
Justice Smith, yeah, that rings a bell. Yeah. That could yeah.
I mean, I guess that could work.
Yeah. Because I think at the end of the film he starts. I think at the end of Detective Pikachu, he actually starts to become a Pokemon trainer. So that could be like a segment to go and catching Bulbasaur and shit.
Like the sequel. If you've got like all the movies beforehand to lead into this, that's like the prequel.
Yeah. And then obviously Pikachu is Ryan Reynolds, who pairs up with Samus.
Yeah, Pikachu obviously is Ryan Reynolds. But then you've also got like, I mean, are we going through like Squirtle, Ivysaur, and Charizard as well?
No, I feel like they're just going to be like in the Detective Pikachu, they're just going to make noises.
Yeah, I think they can just make noises, and Pikachu can be the one special one that can talk.
Yeah, but what about Lucario and shit?
I don't know. I think Lucario has to be somebody I think Lucario has to be more of that kind of like martial arts kind of figure. Maybe not Jackie Chan, but maybe somebody like actually, I don't know who else there is.
Who was in the new Karate Kid? Because they made a remake, didn't they?
Jaden Smith.
Jaden Smith as Lucario.
Jaden Smith as Lucario. Yeah, I guess that could work.
That works.
Sure, let's go with that.
And then Sonic is obviously the guy from Sonic the movie.
Sonic obviously is just him. You've got
Charlie Day's.
What about like the guys from Fire Emblem, like Marth and Ike? They're just like knights, aren't they? Of swords. Like they could be anybody really.
They could be any action fantasy person.
Yeah, but you could just have like, I mean, for Marth, you could have like you could have like Viggo Mortensen who played like Aragorn in like Lord of the Rings or something.
Yeah, you could just get
And like for Ike, you can get someone a bit more muscular like Chris Evans, maybe.
You could just get Lord of the Rings people or Game of Thrones people and just chuck them in as
anyone from like Game of Thrones would work as them.
Yeah,
so maybe Viggo Mortensen and someone from Game of Thrones, maybe. Maybe you can get like Kit Harington because he's like Jon Snow, isn't he?
Yeah.
You can throw him in there. And then you've got like Meta Knight as well. Like, I feel like Meta Knight doesn't say much, does he? You could get anybody to play him.
Yeah. The question is, who's The Rock playing?
I think The Rock. Okay, so I think The Rock would have to be the one and only Captain Falcon. Do you disagree?
No,
I agree, but
I can see it.
I can see him being Ganondorf as well, but I don't see him playing an evil character. That's the problem.
I don't see him as Ganondorf. I feel like Ganondorf would be more like the kind of more like the. I mean, he'd have to be quite like buff, but I feel like Ganondorf would be more of a like Arnold Schwarzenegger or something.
Probably. I'm trying to think.
I feel like you want The Rock to be a good guy. Yeah. That's just my like bias.
Yeah. I can't think of who though, other than Captain Falcon. But Falcon's like kind of slim, isn't he?
I mean, he is, but he is also like a big, like muscular kind of like hero. He like punches things in the face and all that kind of stuff.
No, really.
There's Snake though as well. There is Solid Snake.
Solid Snake.
Maybe the Rock would The Rock work as Solid Snake?
Well, Snake does lots of acrobatic shit, doesn't he?
He like acrobatic and stealthy. I feel like The Rock suits Captain Falcon better.
You got to be one of those like strong characters in the game, which is one of the good guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Also-
I would go Captain Vulcan.
King
You've
DDD.
also got like Link as well, like from Legend of Zelda. Like that, like who do you have as Link? I mean, the thing is, would you have it so like in the movie, Link is like he is in the games where he says nothing but yeah when he's attacking.
I don't think so. I feel like it has to be one of the like dreamboat, male celebs as Link, because it's going to be like in all the green shit and like swords and blonde and all that crap.
And also, Link is like one of like the biggest characters, so they'd be on like all the posters and everything. So you want a big name.
You got a big name for Link.
Maybe Link would have to be someone like
Who's the biggest star in Hollywood right now that's not The Rock?
Stephen Mulhern.
No.
I don't know about the biggest star. Maybe somebody like Keanu Reeves or someone could play Link.
Keanu Reeves could play Snake.
Yes, that's perfect. Keanu Reeves is Snake.
Yeah.
In that case, maybe Link is more like, oh, I don't know. I'm just saying maybe at this point. I don't know who.
Noel Gallagher.
Maybe. No,
Just maybe.
no Gallagher. Oh, for fuck's sake.
I just thought for Kirby, what about changing it to John Richardson? John Richardson, he's got quite a high voice.
I like we've got all these proper stars and Kirby's either Joe Lycett or John Richardson.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think of someone with that kind of higher.
I always wish we had done this so that we just cast them all as British comedians now.
Yeah, Greg Davies, all that lot.
Yeah, Greg
Davies could be Ganondorf. Greg Davies is Ganondorf.
Yeah.
Oh god, he just does like the bloody like Mr. Gilbert voice for Ganondorf.
Brilliant.
Oh god. Oh, dearie me.
I think we've covered most of the main ones at this point. Of the
I feel like there's most of you've got like Samus as well. I guess Samus could be Scarlett Johansson, maybe.
Yeah,
I feel like that. I feel like that
works.
I feel like that works. I think those are like the main ones.
The main
I mean,
ones. You've got like
you've got there's Luigi. What about Luigi? Luigi could just he could just be the same guy as in the actual movie.
Yeah, most of the Mario ones. Does anyone cast as Yoshi in the main film?
Yoshi. I don't know about Yoshi. Yoshi Mario movie.
I don't think. Was Yoshi? I know Toad was.
No, I don't think so. The only thing that comes up is the old one where he's just like a dinosaur.
Yeah.
How about the actor? How about the actor called Yoshi Sudaso?
Just because he's called Yoshi.
Yeah.
I think it's quite.
Sure.
I think it's actually quite ironic that Chris Pratt is playing Mario and Yoshi's a dinosaur, and he was in Jurassic Park.
I wonder if there's like an actor who's credited for playing Blue, the raptor. If there is, we can just like cast them.
I can't think of any like dinosaurs which, apart from like a good dinosaur.
There is no one credited for playing Blue, unfortunately.
I feel like Yoshi will just literally just say Yoshi. Anyway.
Yeah, I feel like Yoshi is just like a. I mean, it's a bit rude to say he's a pet, but like he's the animal companion, isn't he?
Yeah.
I'd probably say Nancy Cartwright from The Simpsons because she does like Ralph Wiggum, Bart Simpson, Lisa, that sort of thing. So she's quite a high pitch.
You can just do like the weird like
You can do
noises.
You can do the noises of like Yoshi and Swirl and all that crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's like
the main one. I think that's
pretty much everybody.
Ones.
Yeah,
the main.
But there's
ones.
a couple of extra ones, but nothing major.
Yeah.
Oh, who plays like the big bad? You like that like space guy with like the wings at the end, like Taboo. Who would play him?
The evil guy at the end.
The evil guy at the end. Who's like the
someone
biggest like villain like ever?
Tom Hiddleston.
Hiddleston.
Isn't he the bad guy in like 4 or something? I don't bloody know.
I mean, kind of, but I mean, he's not really like intimidating. He's more just kind of like, oh, hello there. I'm going to be. I don't know what that voice was, but I don't know. He's more like the funny bad guy, really.
Intimidating. Yeah. I'm trying to think.
Maybe you could just get the guy who. Maybe you could just get the guy who plays like Thanos in Avengers to beat Taboo.
Also, I'm going to play the Joker or something from Batman. I don't know who like the big intimidating one from Batman is, but
God.
like bad guy.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we've covered all the main ones, so I think we're probably good to move on now. I feel like we've like cast the movie solidly, so Photoshop experts out there, if you'd like to get on that, we want to see like fan made movie posters. You've got 24 hours. No.
Also, let us know who you think you could cast for anyone who do you think would missed out on like someone obvious.
Yeah, because there's other ones we've missed. There's like ROB and Ice Climbers, so there's extra stuff you can fill in.
ROB will definitely be the voice of Wally, like I said before. I think there has to be.
Yeah,
has to be.
Oh dear. And for Ice Climbers, you can cast like Warwick Davis.
Yeah.
That's really bad. I'm sorry.
Okay, moving on to the next section of the podcast.
For all that, how much of a budget do you think this film would need?
Loads.
A bloody lot.
What is the most expensive film ever made? I think it might be.
It's got to be an Endgame movie.
No, I think it's. I don't think it is that. I think it's like a Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides is the most expensive movie ever made. $379 million.
Is that the fourth one or the fifth one?
That was the fourth one. Oh, we never cast Johnny Depp as anybody. Oh well.
There's no pirate in.
No.
It's fine. He can play. No, I was gonna say he can play Link, but that'd be stupid.
That was Link.
Right, moving on to the next update, Paul. Right.
Yes. What's next?
What is next, H?
The next section is, well, it's between two, but we're going to see how this works. It's called Story Time. The Story Time about Ditto.
Yay!
Yay!
Here we go.
So, our lovely guest today has a story. Hopefully, this is interesting about our wonderful devious Ditto.
Hi.
Try not to embarrass him too much.
Okay, well, the thing is, so Ditto and I have been friends for quite a long time now. I mean, we've been friends for what, like 8 or 9 years now, I think.
About 17.
First year of college is 2012, so actually it's been like decades.
Yeah, 16. College, yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, we started there in 2012, so yeah, it would be about 10 years.
Yeah.
But so obviously I know quite a lot of like things that you kind of do at this point. I know there's a bunch of like weird things about like you at 3 a.m. like bouncing off the walls at parties and stuff.
Yes.
I feel like rather than like one specific kind of like memory, what I've kind of like thought of is like a bunch of like random little stories I've heard both from being around you and from other people.
Oh God!
Like the one thing that always sticks in my mind, even though I wasn't there, I can visualize it so vividly. Is the cheesebeard incident?
The what?
The cheesebeard incident.
Oh, the cheeseburger.
The cheeseburger incident. So we have a friend named Ben. I wasn't there for this, but I heard about it from Ben because he was traumatized by this.
I don't even think it was that honestly, right? I don't think it was. But we'll move on.
So So again, I wasn't there, so I don't know the specifics. But I know that you and Ben had gone out for food. I think. Do you remember where it was you went? Was it just like a restaurant in like Hull or something?
It was me, both the Bens and Reese.
Okay, yeah. Oh, Reese was there, so I was like, he can corroborate the story too.
I think,
but
I don't think Reese saw the incident, but he was there.
But yeah, so you guys went out to like a nice restaurant, and you ordered like a really nice cheeseburger or something, didn't you?
Yeah,
and one of our friends, Ben, was sitting opposite Ditto, right?
Yeah.
So he's just like gets his burger, takes a big old bite of it, like a big like ow sort of thing.
Yeah.
From what I've heard, like the cheese just oozes out everywhere, so like dripping down your beard and stuff.
It wasn't that. It was literally right. Right. When you eat a cheeseburger, right? There was a little strand of cheese, right? A little bit, literally there. Like there was the smallest bit of cheese you could. It wasn't small enough to not see, but it wasn't big enough to like be fucking in your face kind of thing.
How would it described as like an explosion of cheese?
What cheese was it? And was it like really stringy?
No, it wasn't. when you go for like a normal cheeseburger, right, you don't get stringy cheese, do you? You just get like the...
You just get like cheddar or like that
Yeah.
like American cheese or whatever.
It looked like if I got a bit of like sauce on there, but it was just cheese, and that was it. And
But from what I've heard,
and
like
Ben's-
you take a bite of this burger and like cheese like oozes out and starts like it gets in like your beard. Ditto looks over at Ben, who's sat opposite him, just like gives a big smile, and just like looks at him. Do you say anything or do you just smile at him?
I literally, right, the cheese happened.
imagine that.
The cheese happened, right? I think Ben or something said something, so I just smiled at him like, "Aha, you said something funny." And then it came across as there's a bit of cheese there, and I was going like this because I think Reese or Ben would said something funny. That was literally it. That was a tiny bit of cheese, and someone made a joke, and combined it looked weird. But I don't think it would. As always,
The thing is, like, this is like quite a infamous story amongst our friend group. We talk a lot about like how, like Ben says that he was traumatized by this incident. Like he's always described it as like you had cheese like all running down your beard, and you give him like the widest smile and just stare at him. And he always says that he can't like look at cheeseburgers the same way anymore.
I don't know. I don't think it was.
Yeah.
I don't think it literally, as always, a story. It starts out like really something really small, and then over time, it just goes.
Yeah,
Gone to the extreme.
it kind of like snowballs out of control. So there's like, I mean, I remember there was also the time we used to have like a lot of parties, like around yours back when you still lived at your dad's. Was it?
Yeah.
I don't remember which one was the one that had like the kind of like bigger living room that we were always in.
Dad's.
Yeah, that was your dad's. Yeah, and we would just like, we would always like be there and like, like we'd stay up until early hours in the morning, and yeah, you'd be like bouncing off the walls. There was like one time when I think me and one of our friends, Holly, like went to check on you in your bedroom, and you were just like, almost under the bed, like with your feet up in the air.
It's because
I remember.
it's because right. That incident was right. I literally. We went to the toilet, so I threw my phone into my bedroom to say, right, I'm going to throw it onto the bed, go to the toilet, and then come back and go to bed. What happened was, it bounced off the bed and went back down the back of the sofa, of the bed, right? The smallest gap, it went under the gap. And because my room was fucking tiny at Dad's, I couldn't literally move the bed to get it out. So I literally I had to put my hand down the bed to get it out, and it was like right at the bottom, so I was like this down the bed, and then Holly walked in and my legs were like in the air. I'm like, hello, and she was like, what the fuck are you doing? So my phone's on the bed, I can't get it.
So what we're gathering here is that there's always a reasonable explanation, but from other people's point of view, it looks really weird and gets misconstrued.
It's because when I try and do something, I don't do it the normal way.
Yeah. And so what about this? What about the other time? Like, I think it was during the same evening when, like, it was about like 3 or 4 in the morning, and you decided to, like, try to cling on to the top of the door and swing on it. There's one point you grabbed onto like the top of the door, pulled yourself up, and tried to like get on top of it. You were just like swinging around.
I can vaguely remember that. That's the problem, you see, because most of these are drunk stories. You don't remember them, but I don't drink, so I remember all of them.
Yeah, that's just it. I was always drunk at these things, but like you were always completely sober. You just acted like you were drunk.
Yeah, I think it was I can't remember what time it was. What time was it? I can't remember what party it was now. I think it might have been the party where, like, I think it was just you. I think was it you, Harry, Ben, and Holly? I think
it was at that. I think at that point it was, yeah, because I do definitely remember you had like Ben and Holly like in one like corner of the room, and me and Harry were in the other corner of the room,
yeah.
And then you came down and you were just like being weird while we were trying to talk.
I was being weird because everyone was like, being pairs and shit. And I was like, hello, pay attention to me. I was
the fifth wheel.
I was tired. I was the fifth wheel. I wanted attention, right? Because I thought I want to do something, but everyone else is like doing their own thing. Appreciate me, so I thought I'd come in and just cause havoc. I started playing the piano on the stairs, and Ben said shut the fuck up. And then Ben said shut the fuck up, so I did. So I thought to get him back, I'm just gonna climb on the door and annoy him that way. So.
Oh God. It's just like, so what is it actually just like, wanting attention, basically?
Literally, pretty much.
Oh, dear.
Because when I get because obviously to explain the 3 a.m. thing, right? When I get tired, I literally go like this and then go, oh, I want to go to sleep, and then the party keeps going and going. I'm like, I break through the tiredness and I just go back up to like I've had like 6 energy drinks and like and
You
then,
start to just go crazy and bounce off the walls.
yeah, until I actually go get some proper sleep, and then I go back to normal again. It resets. But
Yeah, that's fair. And I mean, there were some pretty like fun times at like different parties we've had as a result of it.
yeah,
Like there was, I mean, I remember like not only were there the parties, like I remember like memories of like doing like karaoke and stuff at yours, and also
that's where Toad
Sorry.
Karaoke was bored.
Yeah, Toad Karaoke was, of course, excellent. The birth of Toad Karaoke, like people who watch on Twitch probably are familiar with it now, but the birth of it was one of these parties.
Yeah, because
we were joking about like because everyone was doing like karaoke on like SingStar or something.
Yeah,
and we were like, how funny would it be if one of us sang a song as Toad? So I think you did like
I did Fireflies.
what did you do? Was it like Don't Stop Me Now or something?
No, I did Fireflies by Owl City.
That was it. Yeah, and then I did something as well, but I can't remember what it was. But yeah, and that was just like the birth of it, really, and it's just like snowballed from there. But
all these stories just snowball for me. I don't understand. It just happens.
They really do. But I mean, it's not even just you; it's other people in the group as well. And I'm not going to like name people, but there's like there was like a bunch of stories from back when we used to have parties at like Declan's and stuff as well, and like the parties at Angus's house and like all sorts. Like the parties at Angus's house used to be ridiculous sometimes, but you weren't there for most of them, to be fair.
That's because
you were in university being a nerd.
I was being a nerd. Yeah.
You were being a nerd and studying while we were all partying all the time.
Yeah.
That was definitely how it happened.
And the only time Angus had parties was convenient when I was away.
Yeah.
Even though I was back for the entirety of summer, but that's not the point.
Oh, dear.
I don't know.
Oh, dear me.
We've had some tidbits into my madness life.
Yeah, there's been some interesting stories. I tried to come up with one specific one, but I feel like it's more isolated incidents with you. Like, we haven't really had many times when it's just kind of been a continuous thing of, like, weird things happening. I mean, we did have, like, the mini road trip to Hull a few months ago. And I feel like unfortunately, we were going to do a road trip this month, which probably would have been quite full of interesting stories. But sadly, we can't do that anymore because of work and stuff. But I'm sure an opportunity will arise at some point.
I can book off work again.
Definitely.
End of September,
Yeah.
so we could do a November-y type one or early next year or something.
Yeah, I mean, we could do like a long weekend
Yeah,
one or
and,
something. Obviously, I'm about to start work, like another job, so
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Do it, but coincide with like Eurovision, wherever that's going to be in this country, and stream from there.
Literally, it's vlog
Eurovision.
Brilliant.
Oh God.
Here we go. Right, what have we got?
Anyway.
What's the next segment after the interesting
So
stories?
now we've had a little bit of an insight into Ditto.
Yeah.
It's now time for Ditto to give an insight into anything that he would like.
Right, so when we talked about this, when did we come up with this podcast idea? Like the weekend or something? Was it? I can't remember now. Was it the weekend?
Think so.
Yeah, so it's like 4 or 5 days ago. And we would do like 20 minutes, and then like the story intertwine to like break it up a little bit. And when we talked about this, the Mario Kart DLC literally dropped like a couple of days ago. And I thought I wanted to talk about why, A, the new tracks, and B, why is every single game had representation so far, apart from the best one.
The only thing that I can come up with is that they just haven't put the double dash tracks. Like they're going to do double dash tracks. They're 100% going to.
They have to.
Like,
they have to.
Because
this is the thing. So I don't know. I mentioned to you before that there was like a sort of like leak, and I don't know if you want me to like hold back the details of that. If you'd like me to talk about it, because like there's quite a few tracks that like possibly leaked here, and I mean like about like 15 tracks.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know how much you'd want me, because the thing is, the reason this leak exists is because there's like in the latest update, there's like a bunch of like little like musical snippets and files they left in there. So people are like, oh, this is from this track and this is from this track.
Yeah.
I feel like it's probably like they just They could have just made the music and said, "Oh, we're going to make this track," and decided actually it's not going to work.
Yeah, I mean,
but we'll leave the
that's
music
fine
behind.
as well.
Yeah, I mean that does happen.
But I feel like
Yeah.
I just enjoyed the hype of like when the trailer actually dropped. Because
Yeah,
like,
that's just
for
it. I
Wave
feel like
2
if you know half the track, because literally like 15 tracks, that's like almost half the tracks remaining, you know?
yeah,
So like that's a lot.
that's
to possibly just
that's
have
basically
spoiled.
2 waves out of 6 just gone.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's the same in the code as like the original Smash Bros. Because in the code there was characters that were never in the final game.
Yeah,
There was maps that was never in the final game in the code and didn't happen.
yeah.
So
I feel like
You
you
know,
do the same
you
thing. You can't be 100% definite. I don't believe any leaks at all unless the actual company says, "Look, this is in the game."
I have just found one thing that is not a direct spoiler, but it's more of a kind of like theory kind of thing. So there was like a thing where I can't remember exactly what it was. There was some kind of weird like like error with like an update. And you know how like on the track selection thing, you've got like at the bottom of the GBA or like SNES or whatever, depending on what console it's from.
Yeah.
Apparently for like the newest for all like the new cups that haven't been done yet, apparently those kind of like were there visible for a little while.
What it says what console it's from and that's it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, exactly. And I think that everything. This was like before Wave 2 came out, and when Wave 2 did come out, it matched
That's
up.
it.
So people
Right.
theorized that it might be accurate. So I could have a quick talk through those if you want me to. Maybe just like not give specifics, but how many of each thing there are.
How many GameCube? That's all I care about.
Like basically, so how many cups have we still got remaining? We've got
6.
8 cups still remaining.
There's
So out of that, I'm just gonna like go through each thing. So for like SNES, there's bear in mind there's a few here that are like unknown as well. There's a few that just nothing popped up, so it's unknown if they're original tracks or if they're going to be like haven't not decided yet. I don't know, but
yeah.
with everything left, like what's become.
I mean, we got
SNES,
a completely original track in Wave 2.
we did, so
Yeah.
there's a precedent for it now. So we could get more original ones, but
Yeah.
So like for this, like for SNES, we've actually only got one more on there at the moment. But again, there's others. There's some that are just like
Blank.
unknown at the
Yeah.
moment.
To be honest, I couldn't name a SNES track anyway.
Yeah, I'm fine with not many SNES like SNES tracks because most of them are pretty basic.
The Rainbow Road one's good.
True, yeah, Rainbow Road is good. When they actually innovate on them as well, they're good. But like the
Yeah.
Mario Circuit 3 that recently dropped is just rubbish.
Yeah, that was the weakest one, the new one, yeah.
There's actually nothing else for N64, surprisingly. There's no mention of them, but it could be that some of the unknown ones are N64. We don't know exactly.
And stuff, yeah.
How many are there for Game Boy? For Game Boy, there's 3 more.
Nice.
Now, the moment you've been waiting for, the GameCube, there are 4 that we've got so far.
Right, can we try and guess which 4 they are? That'd be a cool game.
I feel like so I'm going to need to load up like the list of like Double Dash tracks. So I always forget what comes from what game.
Right, so I think I know this off by heart. The first cup is Luigi Circuit, which is not in the Peach Beach.
Mm.
Hang on.
What?
Peach Beach has just been released in tour, apparently.
Oh, okay, so that could be a
Peach
likelihood.
Beach, Dry Desert, and
Yes, I've got it loaded up now. Baby Park.
Baby Park. So Baby Park and Dry Desert are already in. Peach Beach is because it's in tour will probably be in the new one. Luigi Circuit, I don't think will because it's literally just a big.
Yeah, I don't think that would be it. As much as I think it would be cool, I don't think they'd add that.
Right, Flower Cup is Mushroom Bridge, which is a good track.
I would like that to be.
I'm trying to think. Flower's the one that I'm struggling to remember. It's Mushroom Bridge, Mario Circuit,
Daisy Cruiser,
and
Waluigi Stadium.
Waluigi Stadium. Waluigi Stadium
Oh no! So, Daisy Cruise is the one that's put in tour, not.
I feel like Daisy Cruiser is a track that I've wanted for a long time. I feel like that's like a really like.
I think it was in GameCube and
one.
3DS.
Yes, it was in 7 as well.
It was in 7, yeah.
I feel like Daisy Cruiser is 100% going to be added. I feel like it's one of those ones like Waluigi Pinball. A lot of people want it.
Right, Star Cup is my favourite cup. because it's got Yoshi Circuit in it, DK Mountain in it.
Yep.
It's got Mushroom City, and it's got my mind's gone blank. The fourth one.
I'll give you a hint. It's in Mario Kart 8 already.
Sherbet Dib Dab. Yeah, Sherbet
Yeah,
Dib Dab.
so obviously,
So Sherbet and Yoshi's already in.
Yeah, it's like Sherbet Land, Yoshi Circle already in. I really think DK Mountain is going to be added, and I hope it is, because it's like one of the best tracks that's not in the game.
Yeah.
It's very iconic.
It really is.
And then the Special Cup, I feel like Dino Jungle has to be in it. I feel like has to. Dippy the dinosaur needs to come back. He has to.
And it's in Tour as well. It's already in Tour, isn't it?
I don't know if Wario Stadium will be, because it's a 2-course
Wario Colosseum. I feel like that's a good reason to add it, though, because we haven't got any 2-lap tracks in Mario Kart 8.
There's literally just Baby Park is the only one that's not free, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, you've got some that are like not laps, but like one long course, which is nice to have like some difference. But Wario Colosseum is the only one that isn't that.
Yeah.
So
Bowser's Castle, arguably the best Bowser's Castle, is the one on the GameCube.
It is one of the best ones, isn't it?
Yeah. Rainbow Road is kind of.
I feel like we probably don't. I feel like if they add any other Rainbow Road, I feel like it would either be Wii or 7. Yeah. I can't see them adding any others apart from that. I feel like definitely Daisy Cruiser,
DK Mountain,
Dino Jungle,
and Bowser's Castle. That's the 4.
I think that's a really like top tier selection.
Yeah, that's the 4. Yeah, I feel like
that'd be great. But so you've got those. Then just moving on to the other generations quickly. Wii, there's another 4 that are on there as yet.
Toast Factory.
Again, this is in theory, but so if I look up Mario Kart Wii tracks, I always forget these as well.
I feel like it's going to be Toast Factory.
Yeah, Toast Factory, 100%. That's got to be in, because that's such a good one.
Maple Treeway, that's what it's called. The tree one.
Maple Treeway,
that's in Tour.
That's in Tour.
I think Rainbow Road from Wii is probably going to get in.
Probably.
I'm just going to say that. I think that's probably going to get in.
I'm trying to think of any Wii tracks which aren't in it, because the only ones I can think of, the Mushroom Gorge, which is now all the.
There's DK Summit. Well, there is also
Summit is in Tour as well.
There's also Moonview Highway, maybe.
Oh God, I hated that track. I played on the Wii recently on Twitch.
What else is there? There's Cooper Cape.
Cooper Cape.
Maybe Cooper Cape.
But that's another. We've not had a water one yet, have we? In the new lot, have we?
No, Cooper Cape probably would fit that. I feel like Cooper Cape might be a good bet,
because it's the one with the tunnels in there, and you've got like the whirling spit propellers and shit. Yeah.
I feel like that would be a good selection, and you could have like Daisy Cruiser be like an underwater kind of thing as well, with some bits as well. So I feel like that would be like another good water one.
Based one. Yeah.
So you've got that. Then for 3DS, you've got 2.
I think is Shy Guy Bazaar 3DS?
I think so. So Mario Kart 7 tracks. Let's see.
I didn't play much of 7, to be honest.
I would really like.
I played a fair bit of it when it came out, but I haven't played it in ages now. But we've got. I feel like Rock Mountain has got to be in from 3DS, right? Because Rock Mountain is like the one that they showed in all the trailers. So it's like the one that had like that huge gliding section. It was like the thing they used to advertise adding the gliders.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be a great one to add in.
I think that and Shy Guy Bazaar.
Yeah, that Shy Guy Bazaar, or maybe one of the Woohoo Island ones. I don't know. Maybe. I do like the Woohoo Island tracks. I feel like it'd be either a Woohoo Island track or Shy Guy Bazaar.
Yeah.
If I had to guess.
Yeah.
Unless Mario Kart Wii's Rainbow Road doesn't get in. If the Wii Rainbow Road doesn't get in, then 3DS Rainbow Road has got to be in.
Yeah.
Because those are the two like really popular ones.
100%.
I'd love to see Delfino Square though.
Yeah, I would love that from DS. Yeah. So from DS, there is only one on here at the moment. No, 2. Sorry, there's 2. I would love Delfino Square. There's so many from like DS. I would love. I'd love Airship Fortress, Luigi's Mansion, Peach Gardens, Delfino Square. There's so many from DS that deserve to get in because they're such great tracks.
Yeah. Nintendo, just add all of them. It'll be fine. What's the issue?
Literally, yeah, just add all of them.
Just add every track you've ever done.
Literally,
Yeah.
it's literally last wave just surprises you. Go, every track done. They'll go, what?
Yeah.
And then-
And then the interesting thing is like throughout like the 8 cups that we've got the actual data for, and again this is all in theory because it might not be right.
Yeah.
But there's another 10 tour tracks. I'm trying to. What other tour tracks are there? Obviously, there's going to be like there's the London one, there's the Amsterdam one.
Let me.
Yeah, let's load them
Shall I
up.
Google?
Okay, so we've already got like obviously like Ninja Hideaway and like Sky High Sunday are ones that were made for tour, but obviously I think like they're not like based on like actual real world locations. They're like original tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's obviously got
Merry Mountain thing for tour as well, which probably would get in like probably next wave. That'll probably fall around Christmas.
Right.
yeah.
We've got New York Minute, which is in it now.
Yeah.
Tokyo Flare, that's in it. Paris Promenade is in it. London Loop,
That's one.
Yeah, so I feel like
London
that's a
Loop.
given.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Vancouver, A.
Vancouver Bay.
Berlin.
What, sorry?
Vancouver
Berlin
Bay.
Airways is
Oh.
the Berlin one's actually quite a good one.
Berlin, yeah.
Sydney, Sydney's in.
Sydney's in now.
Singapore, Amsterdam, and Bangkok.
That's 5,
So that's
isn't it?
that's 6.
Yeah.
Then we've got Merry Mountain.
Yeah, that would be set. That's got to be 7. I feel like that's got to be in. If they're going to do any kind of themed track, I feel like that's got to be in the next wave because it's going to be around the holidays, isn't it? Surely.
Yeah. And then there's remix tracks in essence. So
Okay.
there's a remix Rainbow Road, which is in essence a few different Rainbow Roads merged
Okay.
together.
Oh,
They-
interesting.
Maybe that might
That might be. They
be a thing.
I reckon they'll do that for Bowser's Castle because there's only one Bowser's Castle so far.
I think something we have to keep in mind as well is, and this is something that I don't know if either of you watched like Alcrest's video of like predicting the tracks, but he made a very good point, which is by the time the new waves come out, there's going to be new tour tracks as well.
Yeah.
So I think there's definitely
Yeah.
probably at least 2 more like real world locations that haven't been released yet
Yeah.
that they're working on.
Yeah. 100%.
As for like where they are, I don't know. I feel like maybe there could be one for like LA, maybe.
Yeah.
But there could be one for LA and maybe one for.
India.
We've already got Tokyo Blur, so not Japan.
China.
Maybe
China. India.
China, maybe China or India or somewhere like that.
It's going to be one of the Grand Prix F1 popular locations.
Maybe like Spain,
Maybe Spanish one.
South Korea.
South Korea, yeah.
Well, the tennis big in South Korea, so that's probably more than likely going to happen, isn't it?
Yeah. Maybe not Russia.
Not, no.
Given the recent circumstances, that's probably.
Half of me thinks they've got actually made a track for it, but obviously they're not going to release it anymore.
Yeah.
They probably made it like I don't know, like a couple of years ago and thought, let's put it.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be like bloody like I was going to say Moscow Mule then, but that's not a racetrack at all. It'd be like bloody like I don't know Moscow. What's a word that begins with M?
St. Petersburg Park.
St. Petersburg Park, yeah. But because if you do it on like real world locations, like Russia is one of like the ones that would come to your mind early, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like they would have to have done that, and then after
Okay,
everything,
good.
they're just like, no, screw off Russia, we're not doing that.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
hopefully the wait won't be 5 months until the next DLC drops. Like the
Yeah.
last time. I reckon it'll come like October, November, I reckon.
I reckon
It'll have to be just before Christmas.
I reckon it'll be a December thing,
It'll
honestly.
either be late November or early December, I reckon.
Yeah, I think it'll be late November, late November, early December, and
Yeah.
then you've got the rest of you've got all of 2023 to do the other 3 waves.
Yeah.
I feel like every 4 months works because then you've got one in December, then you've got one in April, you've got like wave 4 in April, wave 5 in August, and then wave 6 in
Christmas.
December 23.
Yeah.
So that works for what they're planning.
And then they'll release Mario Kart 9 and we'll go, fuck, we spent all this money now.
Yeah, and like when the final wave comes out, they'll just drop a trailer for Mario Kart 9,
Yeah.
and none of these tracks are in it.
We've scrapped every other old track, that just all new ones, and you can't play the old ones. Well, shit.
I feel like we're not going to get Mario Kart 9 until they make a next-gen console.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like until they move on from the Switch, we're not going to get a Mario Kart 9.
Yeah. I don't think how they can...
They'll have a Mario Kart 8 Super Deluxe.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Game of the Decade edition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 10th anniversary. It probably is nearly 10 years since the first Mario Kart 8 came out, to be honest.
I mean, legit, I think it was 2014 that it came out. Like Mario Kart 8.
Yeah, it's 8 years right now.
29th of May 2014 it came out.
They have to do... If the game is still active in 2024, they have to do something big, like announcement or drop or something.
Yeah.
They have to, surely.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. I literally just googled Mario Kart 8 to find the release date, and I got a news article. Nintendo patches manslaughter back into Mario Kart 8. I think they're referring to the cars in Coconut Mall.
Yeah.
we can talk about those for a second. Like, what the fuck were they thinking?
They just do donuts, don't they?
Yeah, they do donuts.
I saw a lot of funny memes.
But the thing is, the version in Tour is the same as the one on the Wii, where they just move back and forwards.
Yeah, so it's really strange they changed it. I like seeing all the memes about how they used to be just bad at parking, and now they're full on trying to commit vehicular manslaughter.
Yeah,
I don't know why they did that, but I find it hilarious. I think it's obviously more fun as an obstacle because they take up the whole middle of the track when they do it.
Yeah, I think that it was probably already programmed in, and it just didn't work. It was just buggy and it didn't work at all.
Maybe. I mean, I do feel
they were angled at the right point to do it.
Yeah, and they just didn't.
They did do it, yeah.
I do feel like Nintendo is listening to fans a lot more with Wave 2 as well.
Yeah.
That, as well as the biggest complaint with Wave 1 was that the cars didn't move. That was the number one thing.
Yeah.
The graphics are number one, and then the Coconut Mall thing.
Yeah.
And then they went and fixed it. And also some of the graphics from Wave 1, they've actually improved slightly as well in this update. And in Wave 2, I think the graphics look a bit better.
Yeah.
The grass isn't light green flat texture anymore. It's actually got an actual bit of texture to it.
Yeah.
It's still nothing compared to the main game tracks, but it's better.
Yeah.
So I do
Maybe they'll
give them
update
thumbs
on
up
the
for that.
They'll probably update then they're Wave 3.
Yeah, so I do give Nintendo thumbs up for that. They do seem to actually be listening. So well done, Nintendo.
Well done, Nintendo. Now let's move on before we slander Nintendo.
Yeah.
So the next thing is a segment that Ditto come up with.
I did come up with a segment, and I feel like because if we're going to try and do this not weekly, but this format more consistently, we get different guests on each week. If we have a format, we ask the guest 5 questions or whatnot. And see what they think, and then we can compare over time and see that could be interesting and whatnot. So,
and if there's a bit of a varied of opinion, then it can become a
top 10.
Top 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can keep the results from these questions kind of in a list or whatever, so you can see how they all compare.
Yeah.
Yeah. And because this is the first one,
we're all going to do it.
We're all going to answer these.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because it's the first time. So, Hayes, you've got this in front
of
you.
In a little segment that I've decided to call a few of our favourite things.
These are a few of our favourite things. Okay.
I'd use that as a jingle, but no way we could get the clearance for that.
It's fine.
You also to sing it really out of tune, then you can't copyright because it's doesn't even remotely the same song.
Do it in the Yoda order.
And do just slightly the wrong words. These are several of my favourite things.
These are several of my favourite items.
These are several of my
favourite things. These are.
Okay. These are a few of our favourite things. So we've got 5 categories.
5 that you've decided.
Yes.
Okay.
What is number 1?
Number 1
is.
I mean, it can be quite a difficult one. What is your favourite movie?
Ooh. Favourite movie. I think
Are we
what
gonna-
I think what the concept is like if you had to go to the cinema right now and you could watch any movie you wanted.
Yeah, all of these are going to be
Favourites.
right now, basically.
Yeah, basically
like,
right
your
now.
favourites at the minute.
Yeah, so not like if you
Because obviously, if you come back on,
it might change.
it might,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
I feel like people are unlikely to say their favorite movie ever is the movie that released last week, though. Like, I feel
Yeah.
like favorite movie ever. That's like a ingrained thing. Like,
Yeah.
are we doing this like any order or like? Because I've got my answer.
Go for it, Jake. You go for it. You're
So, like, for example, like a movie that's like, or I should say, like, movies that are ingrained in me, which you probably know what I'm about to say, Jake, are the Lord of the Rings movies. For me, those are my favorite movies of all time. I can't separate them because for me, they're just one, like, long, like, continuous movie split into 3 parts.
Yeah.
And I just think those movies are incredible. I don't want to sit here and just gush about them because I'll be here for 45 minutes. Not even kidding.
Yeah.
But I just think those movies are incredible. They're so well made. There's so much passion that went into them. I just think they kind of like evoke like feelings from me that like other movies don't manage. Like I just managed to get like lost in those movies. And to be able to go to like an IMAX cinema and sit there and watch them like on a big screen would just be incredible. Like with like the sound screaming around you, I would love that so much.
Yeah.
So 100% Lord of the Rings for me. That like the entire trilogy because I'm not going to specify a single favorite one. That is my answer. And yes, those movies came out literally about 20 years ago. Roughly, they came out. So yeah.
H, what is your top movie?
My top movie, I think, is going to be Finch. It's not a completely well-known movie, but it's very good concept in my opinion. It's so basically there's been an apocalyptic world and the ozone layer around the Earth is basically kind of gone.
Okay.
Right.
And one man has to and his dog has to survive in this world.
It's the one man played by Will Smith.
It's Tom Hanks.
Oh, that's the other one.
And he builds this robot, and this robot is just so. It just brings so much comedy into it as well. It's a mix of being serious and not serious at the same time, and it's just like.
Yeah.
It's just,
when did this come out?
I mean, it came out 2 or 3 years ago, I think.
Okay, so it's fairly recent then.
It's quite recent, but I've seen it. When I saw it, I was just like, I really like the concept of this, and it's a bit different to quite a few other films, really.
Yeah.
And now for Ditto.
The problem is, right, I'm not a massive movie guy. I can honestly say this now, I'm not a massive movie guy. If mainly movies I usually watch are probably kids films, not gonna lie. Or it's either comedies or kids films. That's literally my categories, right?
Yeah, like Ditto is that one guy in our friend group who will say like, "Oh, Darth Vader," and he'll be like, "No, who's that?" Like he's that one guy in our friend group.
To this day, I've not watched. I think I've only watched like 6 of the 9 Star Wars. I think.
Yeah, I think have you ever watched Toy Story either? Is that one you haven't watched?
I've watched all Pixar. That's my one thing.
Okay.
I've watched most.
I'm thinking of Holly who hasn't watched Toy Story. No, I remember now.
Holly watched the first Toy Story, hated it, and refused to watch the other 3. So
insane.
Did she watch a new one?
No. Well, the thing is,
Toy Story 4. No one should watch Toy Story 4. It's terrible.
Right.
No, I mean a spin-off.
Oh, Lightyear. I haven't watched that.
I don't know. Cause it changes for me like most times. Like, if I think I want to go see a movie that I really enjoyed, and I have big memories of, because as a child, the show I used to watch the most.
You were a kid once?
Oh my god, I was a kid once. The show I watched the most as a child was The Simpsons. So I feel like the Simpsons movie was. I just feel like I make references from that movie like all the fucking time. I do.
You do.
I do a lot.
I dare you.
That could be anybody. That could be anybody's quick picks. I like men now. Someone's gonna clip that.
Oh, God.
I love tic-tac-toe to a chicken. I just love The Simpsons so much. I haven't watched it recently because I feel like it's gone a bit downhill a little bit since like season like 2021-ish. But like the early stuff was really good. I enjoyed the movie, and I think they said they're gonna make a second one when they stop making the TV show, but that's never gonna happen. So
Yeah.
I just really like the Simpsons movie. I could have listed most Disney films, but I feel like Simpsons movie right now I'd go and watch right now.
Technically, there is a movie second one.
But it's only like a short one.
I mean, technically there's two, because obviously Who Shot Mr. Burns was
It's a two-part.
2 episodes length.
Yeah.
Then there was another one which was a 2-part, but it was like an hour and 15 minutes altogether.
Okay. But yeah.
No,
You're just looking at like.
no, then there's another one. There was one which was basically The Great Gatsby spin-off.
I mean, at that point, you're just looking at like extra long episodes. I
Yeah.
mean, if you look
Yeah.
at shows like on Netflix, like there are shows on Netflix like every single episode is like a movie length.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then there's also shows on there which is like 5-10 minutes long.
Yeah. It's weird in that. But yeah, I'm the weirdo who's going to pick the Simpsons movie.
Fair enough.
No, I mean that's a good contender in my opinion.
It's a good film, but no one would actually ever say it's their favourite movie. But like, if you asked me next week, I probably would have said Lilo and Stitch or Jungle Book or something. But
I thought you were going to say Lilo and Stitch because you do talk about that movie a lot.
I like Lilo and Stitch, but it's like, I don't know, it changes every day.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Like for me, Lord of the Rings is always going to be number one, but everything below that fluctuates like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Depends on the mood, really.
Hmm.
Okay, that was
So
category
number
one.
2 is, what is your favourite game?
Oh God.
Should we go in reverse order this time?
Sure.
Because I think I've got mine. I know everyone's going to think I'm going to say Pokemon, right? But I'm not. I'm going to probably either say Mario Kart or the game I played a lot as. I don't. Yeah, actually, I'm just going to say Mario Kart. I enjoy that game really well. It's the one game I actually like and play a lot.
One game.
The one game. It's the one game I'm actually good at. Is what I meant to say. One game I'm actually good at. I'm just looking behind me, and like Simpsons Hit and Run is just calling to me because I really enjoyed that game as a kid. But right now, I think it has to be like I enjoyed every Mario Kart from Double Dash onwards. I've played like a shit ton of, so I feel like that has to be my favorite game of all time. Currently, it'll probably change next week, but Mario Kart is for me. I feel like I know what Hades is going to say.
Well, there's some overlap
Donkey Konga.
between. No,
I was going to say
there's some
Minecraft.
overlap. There's some overlap between us in Hit and Run. I really love.
Yeah,
They should do a remaster.
I know someone's actually like making a remaster on YouTube.
Yes.
He's done like all the levels, the characters, the cars, and everything. He's getting it all set up really.
Yeah, he did the cars yesterday. It was released, I think,
Yeah.
as filming. But anyway, that definitely Mario Kart Double Dash because I lived on that
You did.
growing up.
You did.
But also, for a storyline kind of game, I think Guilt because it's some kind of genre spanning kind of game. It's like a bit of a horror game, puzzle game. It's
So
got
what kind of
very
game actually
deep
is it?
meaning. It's very deep meaning. So it's basically you've got to try and find this girl in this weird kind of world where there's like it's a bit like Stranger Things kind of vibes, I'd say.
Okay.
It's on Stadia, isn't it?
Yes.
That's probably why no one's probably heard of it because don't play Stadia apart from H. I don't know anyone else who has one apart from you, to be quite honest.
I know a few, but
Yeah.
that's my generation.
Yeah, that's fair
Oh,
enough.
interesting.
But that's a good concept. Again,
Yeah, just like your film.
yeah,
Yeah.
I like all the weird indie kind of stuff. It was made by Tequila Studios.
Yeah, I just saw that Tequila Studios.
Yeah.
Okay, now I've been really struggling to decide because I think I've got 4 games that are in contention, but I really am struggling to choose between them.
Four.
But I think it is. I think it is going to have to go to. If I just think about which game had like the most like impact on me, like which game like like stuck in my head for so long after I played it.
Yeah.
I think it would have to be the game that this background actually comes from, which is Persona 5. Now, I'm sure you probably don't know anything about Persona, but it's a JRPG, but it's not like Final Fantasy, like you control a bunch of like heroes and they go to get like the crystals and they save the world. It's more of a like you've got like 2 kind of elements. You've got one element which is like you have to go into like these like dungeons. You have to like there's all like like demons, like shadows and stuff. It's all about like you go into like people's kind of like mind palaces almost, and you have to like try to fight their like inner demons and stuff.
Right.
So that's like one element of it, and the whole idea is you try to like clear the dungeon to like remove like the demons from their like mind and like make them become a better person. That's one element. The other element is there's like a whole like side of it which is like the daily life part. So the game has like like a calendar system. Like the game actually follows like an in-game calendar, and like every day you can choose what you want to do with your free time. You can like build relationships with like all the characters around you. You can like become closer friends with them. You can like study for school and stuff because you always play as like a high schooler. So you can like study for like your exams. You can like go to the gym to like get stronger, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's really just like in depth. Like you kind of just get like immersed in like this other life that you're living. Because like Persona 5 specifically, this is supposed to be Tokyo. I don't know where the Eiffel Tower is there, but if you ignore the Eiffel Tower, it's Tokyo basically. I don't know why the Eiffel Tower is there, but and you just like you're like a group of like high schoolers living in Tokyo. You like hang out with each other. Like you can like enter relationships with people. You can like build friendships with like all these different people and meet people. You can go out to like hang out at like the beach or the cinema or whatever. And this is all like one half of the game, and the other half is like this like really dark like thing of like fighting all of these like corrupt like people, these like corrupt people in power, like politicians or like big CEOs or whatever, or like abusive teachers, and you like go into their like hearts and like try to like change them to become better people, basically.
Yeah.
And I just think that game like really like it just like kind of resonated with me. I thought the characters all felt like really like real, and it felt like they were my actual friends. And like when you finish like the game, it feels like a part of you is kind of missing. You're kind of like, oh, where's all my friends gone?
Yeah.
So you feel a bit kind of empty afterwards. But no, I'd say 100% like Persona 5, or specifically Persona 5 Royal, which is like the enhanced version. I think clinches it for me. So yeah, that is it.
Persona 5.
Yes. And I'm never going to make you play it on Twitch because it's like over 100 hours long, and fuck that.
It'll be played 5 and then add to the poll list forever, and probably won't never.
Yeah, it would be there until 2027.
Yeah.
No,
never win.
No chance.
Not a chance. Not on your Nelly.
Yeah.
Okay, so now the last few are more kind of quick fire kind of ones, really.
Yeah.
Okay.
Third one is, what's your favourite type of food or cuisine?
So I think for this one, like, if you went out for dinner and it could be anywhere you wanted, anywhere, what would you have?
Like, I don't know, like a specific restaurant.
It could be just a specific restaurant. It could be like, I want a such and such from here or whatever. I thought H needs to go first because they've not gone first yet.
Yeah.
I would say something Japanese. I love like Japanese noodles, Japanese soups, stuff like that. Just love Wagamamas.
H is off to Wagamamas.
Yeah.
There's no more I can say.
This is why
'Cause it's just like,
Yeah, that's fair. I feel like for me, like it's always going to be some kind of like. I feel like for me, it's always going to be some kind of like steakhouse kind of thing. Not so much not so much for steak, but anywhere that kind of like like grills and like steak and like grill or whatever.
Yeah.
Something like that. I'm always going to go for like a really nice like burger or like a mixed grill or something like that. Like it's always going to be like my go-to, really.
I have a question. Am I diabetic in this scenario or not?
I mean, this is a dream hypothetical scenario.
This is a dream
So, like,
hypothetical scenario. I've planned this out in my brain. If I know I'm going to
Okay.
die, if I know I'm going to die,
I'm going to go to M&M One and eat the entire store.
No. I'm going to go and have like the most carbiest food I can think of. I'd have a big bowl of nachos for stars, right? I would then have like a really big pizza with garlic bread and like the works on it for main course, and for dessert I'd have a big slab of red velvet cheesecake with a big dollop of like different ice cream. I feel like that. The pizza can replace the pizza with a burger, a big like cheese bacon burger.
A big burger with like cheese oozing into your beard.
Oozing cheese, bit of spice in it, maple bacon, all that jazz,
And obviously throw some banana in there as well. That's your thing.
That's my thing.
And
if you can have
bit of hot sauce.
If you can have avocado in a burger, why can't you have banana? I don't understand. But yeah, I feel like, honestly, I'll probably either have Mexican or a burger. I think
Mexican is a good shout, or Chinese for me as well. But I think I'm happy with my answer though.
Yeah. Okay. I think it's 2 more. Number 4.
Favourite place you have visited?
My favourite place I have visited.
Yeah.
I haven't visited many places, but I guess for me it would be, there was this one hotel that me and my family went on holiday to in Spain, which was just so relaxing. It was like because you know how some hotels are kind of like these big, like, tourist attractions. There's like hundreds of people there, and it's like really busy and crowded and loud. This hotel was a bit smaller. Like it was in, it was a place called like Esterit in Spain, I think. I think it's only like just south of like the border to like France or whatever. But it was like quite a small little hotel. There was I think maximum people that could be there was like 30 maximum. Right. And there was like a little pool, and like it was normally just like us, maybe like one or two other families sat around the pool. Yeah. And it was just like nice and relaxing, really. And they did like, and like the little like bar that they had there had the food and drink. They did like the most amazing like burgers, man. Like I used to get one. I would get one. It was like every single day we were there. But they were so good. But yeah, I think honestly that like it was just such a nice like relaxing little place, and
nice.
But yeah, in the wider scheme of things, then I guess my answer is Spain.
Yeah. H?
I haven't been anywhere else really.
I mean, you can probably guess my answer.
Liverpool.
No.
If you're going to say Disneyland, that's my answer.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so. Paris.
Disneyland.
Paris.
Definitely. I mean, I like France in general, but Disneyland as well is just brilliant.
Because I preferred, like, if I had the option of like sitting around a pool all day, or like going to like Alton Towers or Disneyland or something, I'd much prefer to go to Alton Towers or Disneyland or something.
Yeah, no, for definite. Yeah. I love holidays where you just always doing something.
Yeah.
Like when I went to Scotland a few weeks ago, like most people wouldn't consider it a holiday, but to me it kind of was, because I was always doing something in the countryside. I wasn't just like going there looking at it. I was doing stuff.
Yeah. Because I can't really switch my brain off, so I like to keep constantly want to do stuff. So like in Disneyland, you obviously do different rides, there's different shows, there's loads of fucking food everywhere. It's like I really want to go to Disneyland Paris. I would go to the American one, but the heat would kill me, so it'd have to be at Christmas time, and that's when it's the busiest. Or just go to go to Nintendo Land in Japan.
Nintendo Land, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a vlog. That's a vlog coming your way if I ever get
Oh
to
my
Japan.
god, yeah.
But yeah, Disneyland Paris, I think, yeah, top has to be. I think close second would be probably Alton Towers, to be fair.
I think my second would be Scotland, just because. I mean, the scenery is brilliant, but it was another holiday where I was just lazing around.
Yeah,
Mm.
that is fair
I think
enough.
I think my second would be Brighton. I really liked it when we went there. We only went there for a day, but I just absolutely adored it there.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, loved it. Okay, well, question 5.
The last one.
Last one is, what is your favourite song right now?
Oh no.
Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Spotify and see what's on repeat at the top of the list.
I've got one. I've already got one.
What's yours?
It's been in my head all day. It got released on their album at midnight today,
Right.
and it's Rocket Fuel by Kasabian.
Right.
Okay, I don't know them, but
You don't know Kasabian?
Kasabian.
Yeah.
I don't think I know them. No,
Right, if I...
I mean, they're a lot different to.
I probably would know a song that they've done, but
Did Fire? I'm on fire, do better. No?
I don't remember that.
Oh, that's probably their popular one, isn't it, H? That's probably the most famous one, isn't it? Fire? I'd
Yeah,
say.
Shoot the Runner, stuff like that.
I don't think I know them. I really don't think I know them.
You're in Love with a Psycho?
Yeah, but I mean that
Yeah.
was their last album.
Yeah, they're very like...
I've just looked them up on Wikipedia. I see they've got a song called Beans. So
Yes.
that's my favourite song by them.
Beans.
I've never heard any of their music, but that's my favourite song by them. It's
Okay.
Beans.
Beans.
Beans, Heinz.
Yeah.
Other brands are available.
Other brands are available, indeed.
Not as good.
Yeah. You got one in mind, Jack?
Okay, so my music tastes over the years have been all over the place, but I think I've finally settled at a point where I'm like happy to like embrace the like inner like gayness that I tried to subdue, and I now just recognise that Lady Gaga is forever going to be my favourite artist of all time.
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga.
Gaga.
My favourite song of hers is a song she made, which was not a single, but it was called Gypsy. And yeah, I can't really explain it, but I just love the song. I love the meaning behind it. I think it's like a beautiful song. And it's like really just like, it makes me very happy when I listen to it, basically.
Nice.
I can't really explain anything else other than that. But yeah, Gypsy by Lady Gaga, very fun, very nice song.
Okay.
It's a song that like, do you ever get a thing where like you like a song so much that you can't actually listen to it too much because it always like takes you to a certain place?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's me with that song. Like if I want to just like listen to like a Lady Gaga song, it won't be that one a lot of the time because I have to like listen to that when I really am in the mood for like a pick me up or like a motivation or something.
Yeah.
Like for something like that, I'd go for one of the like bigger hits, like Bad Romance or something like that.
Yeah. I'm looking at my like on repeat songs, and they're literally like all over the fucking place. like the top one on the list right now, it's in the charts right now. Stay the Night by Sigala. Have you heard that song?
Okay.
No?
No idea.
Okay.
I know it.
Stay the night.
I will say another song that like I've been absolutely obsessed with ever since it came out is Midnight Sky by Miley Cyrus.
Yes.
That song has like never really left my head since it came out.
No.
Like, I love that song.
No, that is a good song.
I'm still surprised that this song is near the top of my on repeat. You know Eurovision we watched fucking ages ago, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what Spaceman?
No. You know
not Spaceman.
you know I said that Germany should have done better, right?
Oh yeah, because they were last.
yeah,
They were
yeah.
last.
That was your favourite.
That was my favourite song from the entire performance. I still listen to it this day because I actually think it's a really, really good song. But but I don't know why. Obviously,
I mean, my favourite song of that night was technically not one of the.
it was Mika, wasn't it? It was Mika.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, like I think like Holiday by KSI is always up there as well. Every time I hear that, I just have to dance and sit. I just think it's really good. But yeah,
Very me. I do like.
Yeah.
I realise that I've given like 5 different answers here, but I do also, in terms of like the nostalgia element, I'm a big fan of songs from music from like Steps and stuff as well.
Yeah.
Like, if I want like a guilty pleasure like kind of thing that I want to go back and like have a nice like time listening to, like Chain Reaction by Steps is always going to be up there for me.
road trip music, Jack. Road trip.
Yeah, I am making a road trip playlist next time we go. By the way, I am going to make one.
I've got a good story about me and guilty music.
Oh, here we go.
So, first or second year at uni, early uni, I had like my Google speaker, and it was turned on, and it was on like max. And once I was asleep,
here we go.
once I was asleep in my dream, for some reason I started sleep talking it, and all of a sudden, like boom, boom, boom by the Venga Boys.
So you were sleeping and you went in your dream. Okay, Google, play the Venga Boys, and then started playing the Venga Boys.
Yeah, and
oh my god!
When I'm asleep, I'm a heavy sleeper. I didn't realise until bloody someone in my flat like banging on my door. I'm like, what the hell's going on? I'm like, what?
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
And it's just like,
I want you in my room.
It's so funny.
And they're knocking on the door. I want you in my room. Let's spend the night. Oh my god!
Like, that is funny.
Oh Jesus Christ! Oh
Fucking
god!
hell.
Right, so that's a few of my favourite things.
Yes, those are several of our favourite things. Those are.
Yeah.
The penultimate section is something that I've wanted to talk about today, and I mean we briefly touched slightly on it, and that is initially the Sonic the Hedgehog third movie. So I was reading up about it, and it got me thinking of what it's going to be like, because the lead actor apparently is not going to be in it.
Yeah, so apparently
Jim Carrey
is
is
taking a
not going
break.
to be in it.
Yeah.
What is it going to be like?
So I'm guessing the same actors for Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles are going to be in it.
I think
Sonic,
so, yeah.
I think Sonic's out the window.
How could Sonic be out the window as the actor or the actual? It can't be Sonic 3 without Sonic in it.
I mean, the actor, not the bloody character.
That's what I thought you meant for a second. I thought, hang on a minute, is it just going to be Tails, Knuckles?
No.
Is the actor actually leaving, though, or is he still playing Sonic? Because obviously Jim Carrey is not playing Robotnik, but what about the guy who plays Sonic?
Is it going to be like Doctor Who?
Who is it who plays him? Ben Schwartz.
Yeah, it says...
Why did they pull it out? I thought Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 did really well.
No, yeah, I mean, this article I'm reading is basically saying that it's kind of... It might not be them, but again, that bit's more skepticism than the rest of it.
Yeah, speculating. I know that I'm just looking on Wikipedia, and it says that in April 2022, after Jim Carrey announced he was considering retirement from acting, the producers confirmed that his role as Dr. Robotnik would not be recast in any sequels if he followed through with his retirement plans, though they remained hopeful that they could develop a script good enough for him to continue. So I think it's going to be a thing of like, if the story is good enough, that he'll come back as
yeah.
Well, it'll literally be the only film he ever does the rest of his career, will just be Sonic films.
Yeah. Having said that, so have you guys watched Sonic 2?
I've only seen the first one.
I've only seen the first one as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't. Okay. Do you know the cliffhanger, like the setup for Sonic 3? Like, have you had that spoiled for you? What that is?
Nope.
No.
No. Okay. Well, it's kind of difficult to talk about then because I have theories, but I can't share them because you haven't watched Sonic 2. But let's just say that stuff happens at the end of Sonic 2 that gives you an idea of where Sonic 3 could go. And in theory, they could do one without Robotnik if they needed to. I feel like it would be obviously better to have him in it, but they probably could do one without him if they really had to.
But I feel like like in every Sonic game, Dr. Robotnik is just the bad guy, unless you could cast like a Shadow or a fucking, I don't know, what's his name, the robot from Heroes.
Oh, Omega
and Rouge or something have Team Dark or something, and they I don't know, something like that, but or Team Chaotic even something like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
Mr. Big.
I'm not going to spoil what happens at the end of Sonic 2, but obviously people who have seen it will know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And like what they set up in that could be a plot for Sonic 3, and you could possibly just do something without Robotnik if you needed to. So I don't think they're kind of like, in a corner about it. I think they have got places they can go.
Yeah.
And I'm very excited for it because they handled like Tails and Knuckles very, very well in Sonic 2. Like I love that movie so much.
Yeah.
Knuckles is apparently getting his own TV series.
Yeah, he's getting a TV series, which I'm not so sure about that, but it might be good. But it seems really kind of weird to do that.
Unexpected. Why does Knuckles get on before Sonic even gets on, or Tails?
I know.
I'm guessing they can add more.
Not Sonic, because I guess the point is that it's kind of like a side thing. But I feel like Tails would be a better option.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
I've definitely got.
I'm just happy to like.
It feels weird because I feel like the first Sonic film came out literally like a couple of years ago.
I know.
I mean, it came out wasn't it like right on top of the pandemic? The first one came out.
It did, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So the first one came out in 2020. The second one came out 2 years later, and then the third one came out
the first one came out February 2020. I think it was the last movie I saw before lockdown
happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Sonic 2 obviously came out early this year or late last year.
Sonic 2 was earlier this year. Sonic 2 was, I think it was like April.
April 20th.
Yes, it was April Fool's Day this year. It came out. I remember actually.
There was Valentine's Day the first time. It was April Fool's this time.
Yeah.
It's going to be like
so
Halloween.
Next time it's definitely going to be like Halloween.
Halloween, yeah.
I think it was. I've got the date somewhere. I think it was in October.
Halloween.
No.
What?
It's Christmas time. It is the 20th of December.
I thought you were going to say Christmas Day.
December.
Christmas.
Yeah, December 20th, 2024.
So they're literally making a Sonic film every 2 years. That's kind of mad.
Basically.
I mean, it's kind of mad, but...
And we're still waiting for the fucking Mario movie.
No, I know. After I read that,
yeah,
I found a good news.
Oh, here we go. What's the good news?
Nintendo.
Oh, yes.
Have just bought the company who's making the Mario movie, so that they're now going to be at the start of October. They'll be called Nintendo Pictures.
Ooh.
Which means there's going to be
There's definitely going to be more than just
more Nintendo movies.
Oh, Smash Bros. Movie is going to happen.
It's going to happen. Let's go.
Someone get Joe Lycett on the phone. It'll be the busiest year of his career in like however many he's been alive.
Yeah. But would they only like have the rights to like Nintendo only?
I mean, probably, yeah. It'd be like Nintendo first party stuff, so like Mario and like Kirby, Legend of Zelda, Metroid, stuff like that. Like even Pokemon is not fully owned by Nintendo.
Yeah, I was gonna say they can't really like make more Detective Pikachu's and stuff. Even
actually, I say that, but I don't know if Pokemon itself is like property of Game Freak, or if it's like just like the games that Game Freak has like a
filmmaking. The films Game Freak.
How about Donkey Kong Country, the film?
Seth Rogen can have his own film in Donkey Kong.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm being stupid because Pokemon obviously is owned by the Pokemon Company, isn't it?
Yeah.
The Pokemon Company was founded by Nintendo and Game Freak.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a joint thing, really.
I thought there's going to be loads of Mario's, Donkey Kong, Zelda, all that type of stuff films going to come out.
That'll be a Legend of Zelda movie, 100%.
Yeah.
Definitely. The Kirby movie.
That's going to be a bit of a wild ride, I think, that one.
Yeah.
Kirby's Wild Ride. That can be what it's called, Kirby's Wild Ride.
Yeah. Or a Yoshi movie.
Oh my god, a Yoshi movie. They can make a Luigi's Mansion movie for Halloween.
Oh my god,
Oh,
that
yes.
would actually be that would actually unironically be an absolute banger.
Who would be like Boo?
King Boo, oh god. Maybe you could just go full like Will Smith Aladdin, like
Yes.
King Boo.
And would
Who'd play
would someone different be Luigi?
Oh god, that would be weird, wouldn't it? Maybe you have like the guys who played like Zack and Cody, and like one of them is Luigi and the other is regular.
I'm pretty sure only one of them does acting, it's only more, but I don't know.
What other like things do they have that's like, you know, fully owned by them?
Is Star Fox Nintendo?
I think it is.
It might be.
What about Animal Crossing? An Animal Crossing movie.
I don't know how you could get an Animal Crossing movie. In all honesty, I don't know.
Just be like, you know, trying to pay off your debt to like an evil raccoon tyrant. Oh god!
They own Big Brain Academy.
Academy.
Brilliant.
Oh my god! There's also what else is there? So obviously, they've got Mario, Donkey Kong. There's Wario as well.
Wario.
Dr. Mario, the film.
Dr. Mario, the film. I feel like Metroid. There's definitely going to have a Metroid movie. That just makes sense. Like it's a good like thing for a movie.
Based off, yeah.
I mean, there's quite a few racing movies that are getting quite popular right now. So
you think of like F-Zero or something? Oh,
Mario Kart movie.
I thought you meant like F-Zero with Captain Falcon, played by The Rock.
What about a Mario and Sonic?
Fast and Furious, but Nintendo.
Mario and Sonic crossover.
Mario and Sonic movie.
The Olympic Games as a movie.
Olympic Games, just
Mario and Sonic crossover.
Yeah, the crossover, that'd be pretty cool.
Mario and Rabbids crossover.
Yeah.
Oh god.
That would just be a completely crazy film.
What about Splatoon? How would a Splatoon movie work?
I don't know.
Pokemon Mystery Dungeon.
Oh my god.
That could be a thing.
I would be very, like, you know, very cautious about that because I wouldn't want them to ruin it.
Yeah.
In theory, that sounds amazing, but
yeah. Well,
you've got to be careful.
Yeah, let's start with the first one, though. Your favourite one's like the second or third one, isn't it? Or was it the first one?
Yeah, well, again, they're like standalone things. That's not like a, you know, chronological order thing, but yeah.
Yeah, but if they start with the first one, you could say, oh, this one's great, I'm going to look forward to the next one, but it could be shit.
How about a Nintendogs movie?
Oh, yes.
Nintendogs.
Oh, God. So, yeah, so loads of Nintendo films coming your way.
Wii Fit movie.
Wii Fit. Wii Pie. We play.
No, they'll just have their own TV channel, and in the morning they'll do yoga with the Wii Fit trainer.
Yeah.
Well, like doing lockdown.
Who was doing lockdown? Who did all the fitness things?
I can't remember his name now. Was it Mike or something?
Joe something?
Joe, that was it. Fitness Joe.
Yeah.
Fitness Joe.
Joe Wicks. That was
Wicks,
it.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah, it's Joe Wicks, but it's the Wii Fit trainer. Oh, that'd be funny.
Gosh.
No, Pac-Man's not Nintendo, is it?
Pac-Man is like Bandai Namco.
Bandai, yeah. I was behind me before. That'd be a cool movie, but it's
just have a film based in Woohoo Island.
It'd be like EastEnders. It'd be a soap opera.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
that's that then.
The Princesses of Nintendo.
So, just to quickly, before we wrap things up, there's one more segment, which is a little competition.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, there is 5 random general knowledge questions, and just see who can get the best score.
Totally.
I wasn't expecting to be on like Mastermind when I came on here.
It's that part of the show where we get contestants to answer questions to see if they can beat any previous contestants on the show. We haven't had time to come up with a name for this segment, so we're just going to call it... Well, it's just guests answering questions.
The segment is just called Questions.
It's just called Questions.
Question time.
Brilliant.
Not to be confused with the BBC.
Never the BBC.
It can be called H's Q's.
H's Q's. Yes.
HOJKLMNOPQ.
Brilliant.
So,
Hit me with
ready?
these questions then.
Are we going to have a timer, or is it just going to be the questions?
Just answer the five.
Just hit me with
Just
them.
answer the 5 questions.
So, okay, what is a collective noun for a group of grass?
A patch of grass?
Ooh, incorrect.
Oh no, what is it?
A tuft of grass.
Tough.
Oh, I didn't know that.
How many degrees do the angles of a quadrilateral add up to?
360 degrees, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
What paper size is the next biggest after A7?
A6.
Correct.
2.
What are jockeys not allowed to have on their face?
Probably a bunch of things, but if I had to name one, a mask.
Incorrect.
The jewelry.
What is it?
Is a beard.
What?
A beard?
Do jockeys not allowed to have beards?
No.
Oh no.
Why?
No.
That's such a weird rule.
How would this stop you from becoming a good jockey? I don't understand.
It's like aerodynamics. It's like how swimmers have to be like shaved. Like it's aerodynamics.
How much is this going to save? Is this like 2 inches, if that? An inch?
And the final question, which nursery rhyme ends in the line, "What a good boy am I"?
What the fuck? I've never heard of a nursery rhyme like that in my life.
What a good boy I am.
Yeah, I haven't got a clue. I pass.
Little Jack Corner, who sat in the corner.
What?
Little Jack Corner sat in the
I've
corner.
never heard that in my life.
Little
Little
Jack
Jack-
Corner
Little-
sat in the
Little
corner eating
Jack
a corner. Sat in the corner eating a something pie.
Pie.
Okay, hang on. So, Little Jack Horner sat in the corner eating a Christmas pie. He put in his thumb and pulled out a plum and said, "What a good boy am I." What the fuck? What's wrong with Jack Horner? Why is he deconstructing his pie? What's wrong with this boy?
He's an odd child. Odd child.
He's an odd child. What the fuck is wrong with him?
Then we go.
Can you imagine? Like if you had like a chocolate chip cookie and you like reached into and pulled out one of the chocolate chips, like, "Ooh, what a good boy am I?"
Some weirdos would eat. Obviously, would eat chocolate chips like that.
My sister would always, but if we would order like Chinese and get like sweet and sour chicken balls, she would always like eat the chicken inside and leave the actual like batter. And I'm always like, "What the fuck? The batter's the best bit, you lunatic."
That'd be like buying KFC and taking the KFC skin off and just having a raw chicken.
Just having the chicken,
plain
like,
chicken.
What the fuck?
You
wouldn't
might
do that.
Get home.
Why you just go to like a supermarket and get one of those hot rotisserie chickens? Literally the same thing.
Right.
The whole point is this is the skin. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't get it. Like KFC, can you imagine? Like I've always said, I think South Park even did like an episode about this, which was like if you ordered KFC and somebody, like if you and your friends ordered KFC, somebody snuck into the room before everybody else did and ate the skin off of all of them. Like, would you never speak to them again? Because I don't think I would.
It depends how hungry I was. If I was like mega hungry and craving KFC.
South Park did an episode about this where like Cartman did just that. Like him and like his friends ordered KFC. He snuck into the kitchen first, ate the skin off all the chicken. Then his friends all pretended that he didn't exist, and he thought he had died somehow. And like Butters was the one person who wasn't in on it, so he thought, like, "Why is Butters the only person who can see me? Oh God, what's going on?"
I mean, if I were to have it, I'd eat it.
Exactly.
But then never talk to him again. Still.
Yeah. Would never. So Jake got 2 out of 5?
Yes.
2 out of 5.
But the good news is he is number 1 on the leaderboard.
Yay!
I'm the best. Is it going to be the same questions for everyone?
No.
No.
Okay. So if anybody beats me, I can just claim they had easier questions.
Yeah.
So
Well,
Yeah.
hopefully I'm always going to win.
yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
The
This is
first,
fair.
the first and only winner ever,
Ever.
Excellent.
even in the future.
I'll make a bunch of fake accounts saying I liked this except for the questions bit. Scrap that, and then I'll be the only winner because you'll can the segment.
Sounds about right. So yeah, that was our first ever structured podcast.
Yes, it was.
Let us know what you guys thought about it in the comment section down below. Let us
Again,
know.
like I said at the start, if you dislike it, hit that dislike button because it doesn't matter.
It does because I see the dislikes. No one else does.
Ditto still sees it.
I still see
Yeah.
it.
But I mean, the main prospect of it is that if there's a load of dislikes, people won't go and watch it.
Yeah, but it also allows you to see what it doesn't like. It basically gives me an inkling of if you like it or not, because that's the main
If you
reason.
don't like it, just leave a comment saying this was poo with a smiley face.
And then turn it into YouTube poop.
Oh, dear.
Sounds about right. So yeah,
That's a blast from the past. YouTube poop. Oh my god. But
We'll have to find some out for YouTube stream.
oh my god, yeah,
Brilliant.
just a YouTube poop stream. That'd be hilarious. But
brilliant. So
yeah, if you've stuck around this whole time, it has been quite a long one.
Yeah,
Then
it's been a long one.
cheers for sticking around.
shout out to you if you're watching this right now.
Yeah.
Let us know.
If you-
Leave an emoji at the end to let us know you've watched the whole thing. What
Yeah,
emoji?
if you've watched all of this way, then you have to leave a cricket emoji at the end of your comment to let us know.
Yes, gotta leave a cricket at
Yes,
the end.
there we go.
Gotta leave a cricket at the end.
I mean, cricket is like the bug, not like not the sport, like the bug, a cricket.
Okay, yeah, just a bug. Let us know in the comments what other guests you want to see on the podcast. Let us know what if you want to change any of the sections or whatnot. Let us know as well. Because obviously,
I host it on my own, and these two can go.
yeah, yes. Oh, I don't know.
So anyway,
Right, should we do the cheesy way before we go? As always.
sure.
Bye, guys.
Not making another one. Bye.
Bye, guys. Have fun. See you next time.